I'm sweating
Yeah, it's a lie detector actually.
Yeah.
Amazing. So,
Enjoying the process.
Yes.
I'll take my glasses off actually. For my fans.
Would have waited to shave.
how are you?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, very good.
How are you?
Very good, thank you. If you just want to tell me, your eyes are banging. They're great in this light.
Hello, I'm Alex.
I'm Ella Maria.
I'm Charlotte.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Hinchliffe.
Hi, my name's James Molyneux.
Hi, I'm Daniel Wallage.
Perfect.
I'm Samara Rawlins.
And I'm Jasmine Hackett.
I'm Aidan, Cutler.
And I am Michael Bowie.
So the show is called Show Tune, and I think that sums it up quite well.
Well, officially, it is the celebration of Jerry Herman's words and music.
Yes.
So the whole show is basically built around Jerry Herman, obviously, and his lyrics and music. So it's a completely sung through show with loose storylines in between.
It's a celebration of Jerry Herman
and his words.
Yeah, and all of his shows are very. I don't know how to describe it.
Fun, flamboyant, very beautiful. Yeah, a really happy show. Yeah.
Just very fun, playful.
Classic
Yeah.
musical theatre, like big show tune numbers, which is why the name fits quite well.
Some of the greatest, most well-known and best written songs of that era of musical theatre. Yeah, just fabulous. Any gay man's dream, basically, is this show.
How to describe this show?
Probably, in short terms, an amuse-bouche of musical theatre fabulousness is the way I'd put it, yeah.
Yeah, I think the best way of describing it, it's kind of got that show within a show feel. We've got some numbers that are definitely quite obviously on the stage, and then we try and incorporate some of that backstage live, so messing around in the dressing rooms, kind of showmances going on, which is found in some characters and just bigger characters, the kind of different people you might find backstage, and I think that's probably the best way I'd describe it, yeah.
Well, we've gone kind of for a whole new concept. So originally when we got it, it's very vague in what it gives you to do, which I suppose has pros and cons.
Yeah.
It lets you do kind of whatever you want with it, and Luke's taken a whole new spin on it, and we're kind of a community theatre group doing a production of show tune essentially, which actually really works with the show. And luckily I've spoken to a few people who've watched it and they did get that, which is good. So we've achieved it, which is amazing.
For me, this show is about my journey. That's sort of like my character's sort of like a goofy sort of kind of guy, and he's always like doing like clumsy things. Like at the start, I come on and, well, not giving away any spoilers, but I come and I fall over, and all the ribbons go up in the air. And it's just that's for me. That's like my character, sort of a clumsy sort of guy, and that's what I've sort of like linked into.
With it, and my character, for example, I'm coupled up. I'm man 3. I'm coupled up with woman 3, and we have a romantic storyline throughout. So within that, you get to see the progression of our storyline. Won't give too much away, but yeah, we'll have a progression of our storyline with our love, our heartbreak, our making up and breaking up, and etc. etc. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I guess it's just like a massive ensemble piece. Like
Yeah,
there's not really
definitely.
any main parts,
No.
so we're
No.
all basically like blood, sweat and tears for a whole
On
hour and 45
constantly.
minutes.
Sweat
Like,
being the
because our dressing rooms are on stage, we're just on stage for the whole show basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's a bit of everything. There's like singing, dancing, tapping, running around in glittery costumes, and yeah, a bit of everything really.
It was all pretty new to me, like Jerry Herman.
Well, we knew, because me and Michael both went to drama school together, so we both graduated from GSA in the same year. And one of our first projects was Hello Dolly. So we did like a crisscross between Hello Dolly
The matchmaker.
Yeah, the matchmaker, and on the Raz was
On
it
the
called?
Raz, yeah.
Which was yeah. So it was very interesting. So we got to know Jerry Herman's work and his music quite early on.
I only knew probably about Hello Dolly.
I knew Mac and Mabel. I didn't know much of it. I'd heard of most of them, but yeah, I didn't know a lot of it.
I guess the things that were either really successful or really not successful, the ones that I knew about, and nothing really in between. So like obviously Lacage, and that did really well. I don't think Mac and Mabel did very well, but I really like it. But there's a few things in the middle, songs that completely crept up on us that are really lovely, but I had no idea about.
For me, I didn't realise who he was really until like we started singing in rehearsals. I Am What I Am. I was like, oh, this guy.
I only kind of knew like the really obvious
Famous stuff,
songs, really famous stuff. But I know that a couple of our parents that have been to see it already have been like, I didn't realise how much music I knew. And so I think generationally, if that's a word, I think it very much appeals to kind of the older generations, like my mum and dad's sort of age and older. Like my nana's coming, she's going to adore it. They probably not like know a lot more of the songs that I did. I only knew kind of like the really popular ones, but a lot of the songs are really beautiful. And I can't believe I didn't know them now.
I think a lot of the songs that I knew about, like such as especially things like I Am What I Am, things like that, are such well-known songs. I didn't realise how much he'd actually written. So that was really interesting to find out just how much he'd done. And I mean that kind of style of music is always something that I've loved to do anyway. The kind of legit style, the kind of the old and classical style stuff. So it's really like interesting to kind of delve into that and get into that kind of realm of things. Yeah.
And from that, I fell in love with Lacage. So when I heard about this, I was like, I absolutely have to be in for an audition because I love his music, love his writing. So
When people say Jerry Herman, for me, you just kind of think Hello Dolly, Lacage Folds, and maybe a MAME. But there's just he just did so much more, and I think that's when you actually break down the score. And when I went, you looked at all the different songs, you're like, oh my, he wrote so much more than just those kind of shows that get redone the most, and I think that's probably fair to say. So I think it was really great to find out all the other songs. That's a great song. That must be from Hello. No, it's not. It's from One Night in Hollywood or all the other things. So yeah.
What's my favourite?
I mean, we're always biased, aren't we, with our own songs?
Yeah.
Like we do.
Yeah, the ones that I sing. Yeah.
Yeah, like I love I sing. It only takes a moment. I love that song. Like it's in my rep now. So like, I mean, it's such a fun song. I mean, I like the song I mentioned before, I Am What I Am. I love that song. What else?
I love some of the stuff from Dear World, which is really rogue because I didn't know it before. Some of the I really like Aidan's song in Act 2, which is called I Don't Want to Know. Very rogue, but it's really nice, lovely lyrics.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'd probably say from doing it, I really enjoy Let's Go to the Movies, which I sing. But I do think it's just a really great song. To be fair, it's just.
I quite like MAME, to be honest. MAME's one of our, it's kind of like the beginning of our finale. The finale is like a mashup of songs.
Lots of things.
But MAME is quite fun to do. Yeah.
Just feel good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, even the sad songs are optimistic. It's always a bit like, oh, these bad things are happening, but it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
They all have like I Am What I Am, especially. It all has like a different meaning to everyone.
Yeah.
And I like that how it's like some people it's like a happy song, some people it's like quite a powerful, driven song, like, and it's just nice to see like loads of different like versions of it.
Again, just going back, I quite like Hello Dolly. Anyway,
For me, like, it was always a favourite, like, before coming to drama school, but, like, it's still remained my all-time favourite, and it's a musical that no one seems to know. It was written for TV, and it starred Angela Lansbury, and it's Mrs. Santa Claus, and I absolutely love that show, and no one seems to know it. So I was like, I wish we could do one of the numbers in this show. So yeah, hopefully that might come about in the future as well, sometimes, but that's my personal favourite. Lacage as well.
Yeah.
Great, yeah.
He's been great, like director, choreographer, like choreographing it. Like I really enjoyed doing because it's like simple stuff, but it's very effective, and I just like what he's done with it, to be honest.
Oh, great.
Amazing, yeah.
Really fun.
He's given us a lot, but also let us have a lot of freedom, which
Yeah.
is really nice. I feel like we've had a balance of the two, because I think he has a very clear vision of what he wants us to achieve. But I feel like throughout the process we've done stuff and he's been like, oh, please keep that, or yes, that's really funny, or whatever. So I feel like we've been able to find it together, which has been really cool. And because it's an ensemble piece, it's almost been like he's been an extra part of the cast.
Yeah.
Because essentially it's just kind of been us and him, because he's directed it and choreographed it, and he's kind of
Designed
had the
it
vision
and,
and
like, done
literally
everything.
done everything with Henry, obviously. But we've spent a lot of time together, so it's been very kind of
It's been quite collaborative.
exactly the word
Yeah.
I was looking for. Collaborative.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been great to work
Yeah.
with,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, and he's kind of our age as well, which I think is kind of a brilliant thing. But then when you actually think about it, we're like, oh my goodness, as if he's the same age as us.
Yeah. He's
Not
actually
like
younger than me.
Yeah, well, actually, technically, actually, he's younger than all of us. But yeah, he's been brilliant to work with. I've really enjoyed the whole process. It's been a really positive process as well. Like really lovely energy in the room. I've not felt nervous or uncomfortable, or he's made it a really safe space to kind of explore it.
Yeah, no, personally, I just take my hat off to him. Like, he's so hardworking. Like, to be a choreographer and a director, and to do both so in depth and
design the show.
Yeah, and literally, and like the set and everything. Like, he's just done so much for us.
Luke's lovely. Yeah, he's amazing. It's just been a really chilled out process. Sometimes when you've got a lot to create, because obviously it's not like a set show where it's like you stand here, you stand here, you stand here. We've kind of created
Our own sort of like
this thing out
story and things.
of Luke's head. Sometimes that can be a bit stressful and can take a while, but I'd say it's been quite a chilled out
Period,
process.
Yeah, it's been very collaborative between everyone.
It's very much like you're on the same level. It's not even a director level, it's a friendship level, and it's nice to have that bond with your director and choreographer, and to have that kind of that friendship with him, because it's so easy to talk to him and ask questions and if you're not sure about something. So yeah, he's been really amazing.
Oh, he's just a star, isn't he? Yeah, no, Luke's great. The thing is like myself, this is my first professional job at all, of any capacity. So it's like, to have this start is so great, because to walk into a room and feel like not only have you got a director who's professional, who knows what he wants, especially from the get-go, he knew exactly what he wanted to do with this project. The first day that we had a rehearsal with Luke, we came in, he was like, this is what I want from it, this is how I want to get there, and it's just fit into place exactly how I wanted it. But it's also nice to come in and think it's someone who I can talk to openly and comfortably as a friend almost. Yeah, it's just been great to work with him, and he's so lovely to work with. So
Yeah, it just makes it so much easier every day when someone comes in with a passion and an energy for a project, a vision, an idea, and it just makes it so much easier for us to come in, work, do the job. He's got such a clear understanding of what he wanted the show to be, and that was so great.
Henry's been really lovely to work with. He's very fun MD. So yeah, it's been just a quite nice rehearsal period with him.
Yeah, he's really helpful as well.
Oh, he's so funny. He's I think he's such a great MD for me. Like, he's helped us so much.
Oh.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm really helpful, very helpful. At the beginning of the process, we all received like a Dropbox with all the music on, which I've never had
Hours of
before,
work.
and was invaluable to a project like this.
Yeah.
Which is all music and harmonies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really
it's
hard.
unlike any other show in the sense that, you know, in a normal musical there'd be like 12, 15 songs and maybe like 2 or 3 big ensemble numbers, whereas this is just all songs. There's 40 songs in it, so like day one was just like, wow, like how many of these can we cram in and learn and like get under our belts quickly.
Like, he's just helped us really learn the harmonies. He's just been proper sound guy. Yeah,
No, definitely, I agree 100%. I think he's one of those people that you don't feel afraid to approach. When
100%.
there's some people you can be a bit tentative with, you can go up to them and be like, oh, can I hear this line again? Can you note back to this? But with him, it's very chill. He's always smiling, so that's always a good thing. And like Gabriel said, like the Dropbox was, I mean, incredible. Like, I mean, he literally sung through the whole show for us and gave us, you know, instrumental and with him doing it and our own individual parts to kind of learn and get through. So yeah, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, really good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. He's so detailed, precise, really positive.
A great laugh as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always knows how to keep a cast amused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like playing on stage as well, it's just amazing to have that kind of support musically, like the way he plays for us, and he always matches the way, or his way of playing, to you as an artist and how you sing and and he takes into consideration your kind of interpretation of the song as well, which is lovely.
Just sense of humour, bringing that to the rehearsals and stuff.
100%.
Just, you know, it's an hour and a half of singing, so you spend a lot of time MDs and harmonies and stuff. But yeah, it's just been really, really fun process.
So I saw Salad Days here, which was an incredible show. There's a few other shows that I really wish I could have seen, because they've got such an amazing variety of shows that they always produce here. It's something that, doing this experience where I'm kind of like, yeah, I definitely want to do this again and work here again. Yeah.
It's really nice to be rehearsing in a space that you'll be working in.
Yeah.
That's just such a rarity. Like, I know obviously we were upstairs in the rehearsal rooms as well, but we knew exactly what it was going to look like and where we were coming into, which is a bit of a rarity.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, if you do a job that's ending up going abroad, you know, you don't even know where you're going to be going. So that's been really, really nice, I think.
I like the rehearsal spaces, and like I just like the, what's the word I'm looking for? That enclosed.
It's got an intimacy.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
intimacy. Yeah, I like that idea, and like how there's not that many people, and that audience-wise, like seating. So I don't know. I just find it like really intimate and cool.
Yeah, it's nice for me personally to have that contrast. I've never performed in such an intimate space before, so that's nice.
what I'm trying.
Quite scary as well, quite intimidating to see, you know, you can literally see them right in front of you, and there's times we're literally less than a metre away from the audience in the front. So like it's yeah, as I said, intimidating, but it's nice to have that that connection. I guess you can really tell a story that way as well, because the audience feel as if they're almost on stage with you, so that's nice to have that as well.
Yeah, this is my first time in the new union, as it were, but I've never actually seen a union production, which is quite naughty of me really. But I was in it wasn't a union production, but from Page to Stage. Yeah, I did one of their kind of like workshop productions when it was at the old union just over the road, and that was quite nice, quite interesting. But to come in, I was kind of I don't know why I was expecting the space to be exactly the same as over there, but it's like, it feels completely different to the way it was. Yeah, it feels a lot more open. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a great experience, because just graduating out of drama school. So yeah, this has been quite a nice experience.
Yeah, it's got that really close kind of family feel to the venue. You know, cast, crew, creatives all kind of chipping in to make these shows happen, and you know, we've seen from the first kind of couple of days, it's got a great following of people that want to come and see the things that are put on here, and that's great.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been, I mean, I've been out of drama school 2 years, and it's just been a dream to be working again.
And the area's lovely.
Yeah.
Like around you,
It's made me feel very bougie.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you know who I think
We
I
spend a
am?
lot of time at Pret. And everyone who works here, like in the cafe or just anywhere, everyone's so lovely. So it's such a welcoming place to come into in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's always got people in it. It's always busy,
Yeah.
which is such a nice environment to be in as well. So yeah,
Yes.
it's been really brilliant to work here.
We've got such an amazing variety of
Yeah,
characters
such an
within the
eclectic
cast.
group of people.
And everyone's got their like moment to shine throughout the show and like really show off their personality. Like we've all been kind of like assigned characters throughout the show, but I think our personality definitely is very dominant throughout the process.
I think there are certain tropes and stereotypes that people have found throughout the process that our characters can fit into. But the way that we've worked together and we blend quite well, I find, as an ensemble, even though there's only 10 of us, you know, it feels like there's more of us because we blend and work so well together. It's so nice to work with such a group of nice and genuinely hardworking people.
It's been a really lovely atmosphere. I think we're all young.
Yeah, we're all around the
people.
same age.
There's no, I think we all have similar experience as well. There's not a lot of difference, and it's just quite
pleasant,
nice to
yeah.
mix with new people, and yeah, they've all been lovely.
I don't like any of them. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, we've all got on so well. First few days it was a bit like, hi, how you doing? Like, ooh. But then as soon as we like got chatting and started like having like a bit of banter, it's fine. It's been
definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we briefly said it yesterday. Like we've said, like there couldn't be better 10 people because there's no like divas in the cast. There's no one trying to outshine the other. Everyone's quite down to earth, and really just like we're all friends. We're all chill. We're all helping each other and willing to like just have each other's backs and whatnot on stage and off.
Yeah, I think the show's got a good spread of parts, and I think that helps. Everyone has to pull their weight. You haven't got this principal, your ensemble, your principal feel. Everyone, to make every number work, has to put exactly the same amount of effort in every rehearsal. We're always here. I think that's the best thing.
I think from like when we met each other on the first day to how people's characters have developed, people have really surprised me in brilliant ways. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but one of the guys in the show leads a number from Lacage, and like he pretended like he'd never put heels on before, but I have seen that walk and I have seen those legs, and
The boy's voice.
I cannot believe a word that he says.
I hadn't obviously told anyone that I'd got the show until it had been announced, and then I could finally tell people. And I was sat, it was on the day of our graduation from GSA that the casting was announced, and I was sat at the graduation table eating my food, and I looked down and I was like, oh my God, Michael was sat like a metre away from me. And I was like, we're doing the same show. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's nice to walk in and see a familiar face, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's always very daunting, like coming fresh out of drama school and you're going, oh my God, I'm in the real world now, and having someone to kind of like relate to and go, okay, it's fine, like, it's been very comforting to have that.
I think people wouldn't necessarily come into it expecting to just enjoy it because it is just songs, and I think when you see Jerry Herman, it doesn't necessarily, people don't necessarily think, oh, unless they're already a Jerry Herman fan, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's something that people would be like, oh, I really want to go and see that show.
Yeah.
But everyone that's been to see it has been really positive and just said, oh, it's just such a feel-good show. Like, it's all so positive and, you just leave smiling. So I hope that, the rest of the audiences get that every time and just feel great. And it's not too long either, which I think is also really nice for us and for them.
I think I'd like them to take away just a journey through not just the show but each character and their progression, and hopefully we can portray that with our performances and show them each journey that we're all going through. And obviously the music is just a bonus for them, hopefully. So, and if we're doing it justice, I hope we are. But yeah, just for them to take away just a happy experience and to go through this amazing man's work and just to see, wow, this is how much he really did do, and and the storyline that we're portraying with that.
Just the joy of Jerry Herman, like, he's an incredible composer who had quite a miserable life, and I think that's why his mother died when he was quite young. I think it was of cancer as well, when it was still this kind of unknown thing. Obviously, he's an advocate for like all the gay rights, a lot of feminism as well, and it's celebrating all that he is, because he is one of the composers who really does uplift all those things that we should be fighting for, and turns everything into a positive, which is a great outlook on life in general.
But yeah, I just love for me, I love entertaining people, and I just love putting a smile on someone's face and making them laugh, or that's what I like people to take away from things.
Fun. Yeah, fun, comedy. It's just a feel-good experience.
There are some really beautiful numbers as well. Some really beautiful, heart-wrenching moments because of the music. But it should just be a lovely experience. They should come away smiling.
I think it's just, like Michael said, the pure sense of joy. We want people to be able to leave the theatre after the show, you know, because so many of these songs are earworms, so many of these songs are toe tapping. It's just, it's almost a dilemma for the audience. It's which one do I leave the theatre singing? Because so many of them are so well known, and some that are lesser known but still are so catchy, and it's a real shame that they are as lesser known as they are. That was poor English. But you know, it's some of the songs are so beautiful, and I myself, before some of the songs I sing, for example, I had never heard them before, because they were from musicals of Jerry's that weren't necessarily so successful on Broadway. But then you hear them and you think, my goodness, they are such beautiful songs. Yeah, so we just want people to leave with a big smile on their face, essentially, and feeling uplifted. I think my favourite moment is, you know, we have the opening number, which is you know, an ensemble number, but it's the first time I really feel that our stories connect, as well as us personally connecting on stage, in quite an emotional way actually, is I Am What I Am, which is obviously normally a solo number, but because as well I think one of my utter dream roles is Alban in when we sing I Am What I Am, it just breaks my heart every night. And it's such a beautiful song to sing, and hearing everybody sing it, and then when we go into like 4 or 5 part harmony at the end, it's just wonderful. Yeah, it's my favourite part of the show.
It's my favourite part.
It sounds really stupid, but it's like there's a counterpoint at the end of Kiss Her Now, and I absolutely love the harmony. I don't even sing it, but everyone else sings it apart from me. But I love it. Like I don't know why that's actually like one of my favourite parts. It's just such a beautiful harmony, and like every time I'm on stage, I'm just like, oh, I'm just kind of like peeking to what the audience or like reactions are. I don't know why that's so random, but I really love that, and I love the also the end to Act 1 with Parade. I think visually that's such a good one for the audience to visually see, and obviously vocally as well, because there's a lot of overlapping of choreography with vocals, so that's a really good one for me as well personally.
I quite like doing Wherever He Ain't, because it's all of the girls get to sing it, and it's just quite a punchy number, like girl power number. I quite like doing that.
We do Bus and Buddies.
Yeah.
And that's just a really fun number.
Yeah.
And I think depending on what the audience, like how they react to it, it just fuels the number, and it's just one of those we can really just do whatever we want with it every time.
Yeah.
It's so fun to do. Love a comedy number. It's great. It's definitely a fun one. Yeah, it's one of my faves.
Mine, Parade. Mine's
sorry.
Yeah. The end of it. Stealing all my stuff. I'm joking. Yeah, the end of Act 1 for me is that it's what I sing that as well. So again, it's like the choreography and the visual of it. Like it just looks fantastic. Not to be
I'm
big-headed.
just taking away what they say. Yeah, it's just great. Any of the ensemble numbers, we're really blessed with 10 people that are really, we're blending, the voices are coming together, the harmony, the arrangements are really clever, and especially that end of Act 1 kind of going into beginning of Act 2, there's some really big choral numbers, and I just think they are just 2 amazing production numbers.
I quite like Mame, because we're all together and it's near the end of the show, and it's like our sort of big finale just before the end, so it's just a lot of fun.
Oh my god, yes. So Alex Burns, who plays Woman 1, she
Absolute
sings
star.
this cracking number called If You Walked Into My Life in Act 2, and like I'm lucky enough to be able to watch her off stage just perform it, and it is the most beautifully performed song I've ever seen. A really mature performance, and the lyrics are just so strong and powerful. And she's someone who can really convey that maturity at the young age that she is, but she's able to convey that and convey the message of the song so effectively to the audience, and it's just such a joy to watch.